archives.
and
Monday's the studio.
Yep.
And then Tuesday we're fine.
Yep.
Hello, everybody.
Hello. We're just talking through what our plans, like solid plans, were for this coming up trip, because we've got a lot of fun stuff planned. However, except for the meetup day, everything's just like one thing a day, so not too much stuff. But it'll be very fun. I am looking forward to checking out all of the 70th offerings, because watching social media over the weekend got me like really excited about Paint the Night, Wondrous Journeys. I remain spoiler free for the new World of Color show. But yeah, I don't know. I'm just real excited. It's just super exciting because it just feels like there's a lot going on. Like, it's really exciting, yes, that it's the 70th anniversary celebration, but I think I'm just more excited about all of the like extra entertainment stuff that we haven't really been getting, right? Like,
did you see this, by the way? So you're talking about all this stuff.
Yeah.
They updated in the news site.
Yeah.
They updated a ton of stuff that they filmed this week.
Look at that. There's even Season of the Force.
Yeah. But what's really cool is like, you want to say spoiler free from that, but like.
Oh yeah, but cavalcade.
They've got all this like stuff, like really good. Like the World of Cover of Happiness one was like a 4-minute.
Wow.
And it's
like a little promo
like,
thing?
I mean, it's shot really nice. They must have done it on like a cast member preview night.
Sure.
Because like, I mean, it's pretty cool. So
there you go.
And I was like, oh, the Muppets. I forgot about. I mean, I didn't forget, but like, I'm like, oh yeah, Muppets.
There's just been so many different things that we've been reporting on that's happening, like that it's almost overwhelming to remember what all's going on, because there's tons of entertainment, tons of food. We've got updates to attractions even, which is really exciting as well. And then like all of the fun interactive things that they did for whether you're using your Magic Band or using that fancy key to Disneyland, because that's like a whole nother two other activities that aren't normal entertainment or normal like entertainment specific to the 70th, entertainment that's just normal to the park, or just attractions. So yeah, it'll be really, I'm glad we have a week for this trip, and it's not just a little shorty trip, because there's no way we'd be able to see and do and eat and drink all of the things.
Well, eating and drinking is going to be a problem, because there's just too much.
Yes, it is. Between the 70th food and like the summertime foods, or just the menu updates, yeah, there's a lot. And even just some of the locations, I'm like, oh gosh, I really want breakfast at Tangaroa Terrace, or I really want, like, to try apps at the Spellbound Lounge or whatever. And it's like, oh, but that's not right in the parks, and we also want to spend tons of time in the park. So we'll figure it out. We will figure it out. That's what I should do.
Crossed.
I should look to see how early breakfast at Tangaroa starts, because maybe we could do that before going to like Disneyana or something.
Yes.
But anyways, we're very, very excited. So hello to April, Kavehi, Olivia, Deanne, and Kristen. Thank you for joining us. And for everyone else who has not said hello in the chat, thank you and welcome. Hi, Jill. But yeah, we're super excited. So I think the focus for what we'll talk about today will be just the 70th stuff, since that's right, that kicked off this weekend. I'm already nerding out about it, as we've done in this intro. Hello, Gail. So what are some of the things everyone else is super excited about to experience for the 70th? If you had to pick one, which I feel like that's mean of all people for me to make you pick one, because you know how bad I am at picking one. What is the one thing you're looking forward to?
I think it's impossible for you to pick one.
It is impossible. So, Tag, we'll start with you. What's the one thing that, like...
For the 70th?
Yeah.
Paint the Night.
Paint the Night's the number one?
Paint the Night. See, Jill agrees with me. Paint the Night. Yeah, I think Paint the Night. It's been the thing that, like... I was telling James when we were watching a little clip of it online, I was like, it's been almost 10 years since, like, they created this. It was there for, like, what, a year or something? And then it's been in a warehouse.
It was there for the 60th. But then it was in DCA for, a chunk of time. I don't remember. We looked it up. It was...
Right, but it was like that next...
Total,
it was like,
maybe?
yeah, it wasn't very long.
Like a year and a half, 2 years total. And then, then it's just been gone. But I'm a little sad that they couldn't have, and maybe it was just the track or something, that they weren't able to have both the Incredibles float and the Frozen float. I think that would have been really neat because right when it first debuted, the Frozen themed float was part of the parade. But then when they shifted it over to DCA, something about the Frozen float wasn't going to work with the DCA parade route, and so they created an Incredibles float. So I think it would have been neat if they could have done both, but maybe the Incredibles float couldn't make corners in Disneyland, or who knows? Maybe it couldn't work the opposite way. I don't know. All right, let's see. What does everybody say? So Jill said paint the night.
By the
April
way,
said paint the
Paint
night.
the Night opened on May 21st, 2015. Oh, no, sorry. May 22nd, 2015, and closed January 10th, 2017.
Oh, yeah, like a year and a half.
And then in California Adventure, it was open from April 13th through November 7th, 2018.
So, like,
Still been like 7 years.
Yeah, but like a year and a half and then another couple of months. So
I'm just crazy excited for it.
So we've got, and then Olivia said the Muppets pre-show for World of Color and Foods. April, yes, saw it in DC. That's where I saw it too, April. I only saw it in DC. I didn't see it in Disneyland. So actually, this will be interesting because you and I have flipped. You've only seen Paint the Night in Disneyland. I've only seen Paint the Night.
I've seen Paint the Night in DCA.
Oh, never mind. Not as exciting and unique as I thought it was going to be. Let's see. Deanne saw Paint the Night also for her. Gail, new coffee. Love it. And food, of course. Maggie. Oh, yes. Maggie, the Magic Band experiences. Small but mighty. Again, something they did not have to do, but they did, and we love it. Kavehi looking forward to seeing us. That's true. So Kavehi's trip is ending right as ours is starting. So yeah, we'll definitely have to
meet up.
We'll have to find you and do an attraction or something for sure. Was it the 28th that was our overlap date, or was it the 28th and the 29th? Frozen float was too tall for the car cables. Yes, that was it, Kristen. So the 28th is the overlap date. So we will probably be in Disneyland for the majority of the 28th. We have a Fantasmic dining package that we booked for Cafe Orleans. And I don't remember if it's the early parade or the late parade now that we're talking. But anyways.
I think it's the early parade.
I think maybe the early parade. So Disneyland. We'll have to try and meet up with you in Disneyland.
Was this the site? Does this look right?
That's true, Olivia. I keep forgetting that there's the little I forgot that there's the parade. The Better Together parade came back too.
Yeah.
You're doing the premiere pass, Kavehi? Not just regular Lightning, the premiere one? Dang.
Was this what you're talking about?
Yes.
Okay. Because there was a way you had to like sync this or something.
I have no idea.
Sorry, Treese was asking about something right before we started. Of course, that's what I'm like looking at because that's how my brain works.
Hawaiians go for broke. I'm surprised you didn't just book a VIP tour. Just go all in. Well, I guess Premier Pass is it's like your own VIP. It's like a VIP tour without the guide, as close as you can get to a VIP tour.
Literally, I will be broke.
Well, okay, so it sounds like we won't be waiting in an attraction queue with you because you will be way at the front while we're still slumming it in standby. Too funny. I haven't decided. I keep forgetting that I haven't ridden on Tiana's Bayou Adventure. And
oh, you haven't, have you?
No, I haven't. It has not been Tiana's. And when I was there when I went to Walt Disney World in December for the Treasure Preview Cruise, we did one day at the resort, and we had like whatever for it, but because we had Lightning Lane, we had a Lightning Lane for it, but it went down.
Yeah.
So we didn't even get to do it.
So
which is okay.
Really quick, when you're in messing with this,
okay,
you have to select DLWeekly Podcast Store.
Okay.
And then when you're done with it,
yeah, I forgot about the fun look at all the cool things I made. Sorry.
You have to select, and you have to publish.
Select and publish.
So do you want this on the website?
Go ahead.
Do you want
put
this
it,
on the website?
Put it all on the website.
So anything that's not published, publish. So keep individual product details.
Fun real-time updates for you guys. We are bringing back our merch store.
I mean, it's been back.
It's been back, but I was an idiot.
We haven't talked about it.
Creating different things and didn't know how to get it to actually like link to the store.
Well, I didn't either. That's why I was clicking around with it.
So the things I've made are now up there. Right now we just have the OG watercolor logo.
So these things are coming in.
But yeah. Let's see. What is the 70th tour? So Deanne, there is a new special guided tour for the 70th. They have not really released details what it is specifically that they're going to be going over. I'm assuming that it's going to be Disneyland focused, that they're going to be focusing on opening day lands and opening day attractions. We do know that you get, what was it? Was it Paint the Night seating? You get a parade. It must be for the Paint the Night. You get reserved seating for the parade. I think it's Paint the Night.
What is this, the Disneyland tour?
Yeah, the Disneyland 70th tour. But you also get to ride an attraction. They don't say which one. But yeah, it's like a 2-hour tour, 2 to 3 hour tour. Not a VIP. Yeah, no. No.
They've got the plaid.
The plaid
outfit.
on the VIP. Yes, Dan, it is live on the website, so you can book your tour now.
Events and tours. That's what I'm looking for.
If you'd like. But yeah, it's under park tours. I would.
This.
There it is. What's it called? A Story of Celebration. $120 per person. Pre-tax.
You'll get the journey through the festive past, learn about significant Disneyland moments, and uncover some rarely shared stories. Experience some original attractions, a scenic ride aboard the Mark Twain Riverboat and the Disneyland Railroad. Enjoy lightning lane entry for a select attraction. They don't say
what.
It
is Paint the Night.
Get access to reserved viewing area for Paint the Night. Munch on some popcorn and receive a special tour keepsake. Maybe we should book this if we're going to spend money to try to get like a viewing spot.
Maybe we should do this on the 70th. Maybe we could get in to see the Walt animatronic faster if we do this tour.
I don't know how that works, but sure.
It doesn't say what you get lightning lane access to. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, but I am waiting to see.
Oh, it's open for the 17th.
Like it just opened for the 17th. I'm waiting to see if people's
no available times.
Like I haven't heard any reports on what people have thought of that have done this tour yet, because it is open. You could have done it as starting this weekend, so I'm gonna keep. We're curious about it, so we may do it ourselves.
Tuesday in the park.
We have Tuesday in the park.
I'm just curious, because they don't have any tickets. Okay,
there you go.
We could do it on Tuesday.
All right, let's see.
You're way
going
better.
Back up.
Oh, Disney Visa card member price is cheaper.
Look at that.
You save $18.
Look at that. Okay.
That might be worth it.
Loving the merch. Can't wait for more.
What ride did you go on, Jill?
Oh, Kavehi likes the new logo. Thank you.
I'm curious what ride they did go on.
Dan, I want to do everything and also go where the Disney winds take me. The tours are fun, Dan. We did the only one we've done is the holiday tour.
So here's my problem that I'm concerned about with this tour. I want to go on it for sure, but it's a 2-hour tour. How long does the train take to go around? How long is the Mark Twain? The Mark Twain's 15 minutes.
Yeah.
The train is probably 25 minutes.
So that's
so you're almost to an hour.
Yeah, plus your other attraction.
Yeah. So you get an hour of tour.
Yeah. If they release more merch, I'm going to go into debt. Space? Really? Your Happy Haunts tour was space? Why would you want Space Mountain
Was it when it was Ghost
Mansion
Galaxy?
Holiday?
When it was Ghost Galaxy?
I don't know.
Well, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
Was it Ghost Galaxy or was it just regular space?
You would totally think that'd be Haunted Mansion. That's interesting. But yeah, I have no idea what the attraction is for. Okay, it said Lightning Lane, so we can narrow it down to attractions that offer Lightning Lane. Maybe it
And
varies.
it's going to be in Disneyland.
Maybe it varies based on the day. Like,
It's probably going to be Disneyland, too.
that's true. Because it is. No, it says at the Disneyland Resort. Jill, I can't remember. My brain power at 65 is limited. Too funny. Hello, Donna.
I
Welcome.
wonder, now that I'm thinking about this.
But yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, we're gonna have to do more research into this tour to see if it's something we want to do.
Problem is, I feel like people are going to put tour in there.
Oh, food tour. Yeah.
Oh, good. Oh, they got one of the keys.
You want to know what's amazing? Okay, you're gonna love this. So the Yeti sipper, if you like move its arm, he growls and his eyes glow red.
Okay, so he's kind of like the Mickey thing that talks.
Yeah, but he growls.
Right.
Well, but it's like the Hatbox Ghost, because his little head flips back and forth between the two. You know, his head, his shoulders, and then his Hatbox. The sipper is pretty darn
I need
cool,
to look
Jill.
at all these like opening day things and try to find Kate and Jude
in the background.
In all the backgrounds. You know, I'm annoyed. I'm looking online and I thought somebody would have taken the tour, but
nobody's
took
taken
the
the tour yet. Or if they did, they haven't reported on it.
So look, they did
Donna, what did you think about the Plaza dining package? What was your honest review of? Let's do honest review of the food and your reserved dining location.
Oh my goodness! Sorry, I'm watching. God damn it! Web browser. I have to select this. This one.
We need to turn off the distractions for you.
I'm very.
You're getting sucked into the.
But like, this is so cool seeing this.
We'll be doing that in a week and a half.
Did you see this?
Yes. A week and a half. That'll be us. My 15-year-old said, "Mom, let's go where the Disney Wednesday." Oh.
I thought he wasn't paying attention
That's so
when he
sweet.
listened.
That's so sweet. Oh, yes, Maggie, the Vault merch collection. Yes. They have, what is it? There's like a mint tin, I think, that looks like the old ticket book. That actually isn't that bad of a priced item for a, something like that. So that was cool. Great location, but order the fried chicken. The meatloaf was not so good. Too fun.
That's new, isn't it?
Hello, Megan. No, so that, yes, like that little facade thingy.
Yeah,
yes.
it's new.
Mm-hmm. That's the Westward Ho trading.
Well, because
between the Golden Horseshoe and Westward Ho. Yep, these are the little anniversary ticket things that you can get.
Interesting.
Let's see. Megan watched Fresh Baked today while cleaning and is very excited. Yeah. So excited. Of course, we're up for canoes, Jill. It wouldn't be a trip that our trips overlap if we didn't do the canoes with you.
We have to do the canoes. I told Eric that when we go in July, we should do the canoes.
The canoes. Oh, it's going to be so warm.
This is kind of a hidden spot for this in New Orleans Square. Kind of in the...
Okay, focus tag.
Sorry. I do not sit on social media and see all this stuff like you do. So I end up doing it while we're doing the show.
You'll video record what? The canoes, Deanne?
Oh, geez. They cut off the
viewing areas about 30 minutes before the parade. Yeah, so it was apparently so packed on Friday that they made announcements that the nowhere to sit for Paint the Night. Sorry, you got to try for the second viewing because it was so packed.
April, I'm just glad that you got around to the canoes.
Mm-hmm.
I just need someone who sits in front of me who is not going to splash me.
Yes, that's the hard part is not having a splasher in front of you. That, April, the canoes are one of those very easily overlooked things.
People think it's a lot of work, but it's really not.
It's not. As long as everybody's doing something.
Well, yeah, I suppose it could be.
But yeah, it's one of those things that you wouldn't think it'd be as fun as it is, but man, those cast members.
It's the Jungle Cruise.
It is.
On the Rivers of America.
It is. It's so fun. Deanne, I'm not going. It's too much work.
Deanne.
You'll be okay, Deanne. You'll be okay. I did not watch the parade. I want to be surprised again. Oh, for Paint the Night? Yes.
You know what I noticed? Did they announce this already? And I had forgotten that they are not including the drill float for Paint the Night. The Incredibles
Yeah, we were
drill?
talking
Okay.
about that earlier. Yeah, that they that one they took out the Frozen float when it went to DCA. So I was surprised that they didn't do both floats
Yeah,
for
that's what I was trying to
Disneyland,
figure
but
out.
maybe there's something
Because
about
we saw the drill one.
yeah, so maybe there's something about like that one's too long and I don't. But if they can get the Mac, the truck, down, wiggle that all the way. Like actually, I'm really curious to see Mac go around Town Square. That seems like it's a very long float to do that.
So I feel like they've upgraded that because the video that I watched, it looks like because before I thought it was just like lights, but
Yeah.
they have like animations that go through it now. Like there was 2 cars like driving through it.
Oh, that is definitely new. They did update costumes. So like Tinkerbell in the front has a new
I don't know what the old one looked like.
costume. Similar, because right, it's still Tinkerbell, but it's just the lighting.
I felt really bad. One of my favorite like people that dance with the parade are the ones that have like they look like
The
fans.
jellyfish?
They look like fans.
Oh, yeah.
And they spin them. One of the guys in the video I saw, his was like dark, but he was still doing all
He
the
was
stuff. And I'm
going.
like, poor
He was
guy.
Still going. Too
I'll ask
fun.
for a kids paddle. I mean, they might give you that.
Kristen, your high school band was marching down Main Street on Friday. Oh my! I'm surprised that they even had extra stuff going on with how packed that park had to have been. That's crazy. I'm sure it was super exciting for the kids though.
Gail, you just got to go with us. You got to coincide your trip to one of the trips we're there, and you can go with us because we row. And actually, if you go when the producers will be there, it's even better because Vern and James really take pride in getting it to go well.
It's crazy, Gail, isn't it? Like you'd think that it's not. People still get so distracted when they're on the canoes, even though you can still row and look around, but people just. We were doing it one of the times, and I kept like bopping paddles with the person in front of me because they were just going to their own little rhythm. But yeah.
Well, some people will like literally just hold their oars.
Yeah, and not do anything.
And you're like,
what are you doing?
They told you at the beginning, like, this doesn't go unless, like, it doesn't. If everybody did that, it wouldn't go. We would just sit there.
Yeah, exactly. Olivia
love it,
showed
though.
her nephew
It goes quick,
Paint
too,
the
by the way.
Night.
The
Oh, he's
canoes
never
go
been to
fast, too.
Disneyland either. Oh. Yeah, just try and size up the group that you're going, like that you're being partnered with.
We also need to figure out, by the way, since we're talking about stuff, we need to be ready to figure out booking Oogie Boogie Bash as something.
Yep.
Whole group to be DL Weekly. How many canoe? How many
I
people
think
fit on a
that
canoe?
would be so fun.
Maybe a D23
There are
trip or
so
something.
many different cool, like attractions that I think it'd be so fun to be to do a takeover on. There's some that are a little easier, like doing a
Splash
takeover on
or
on Tiana's Bayou
Tiana's.
Adventure. Definitely really easy to do a takeover for like the Doom Buggy since it's 2 people. But like I think it'd be so fun to get a big group of people to do like the Jungle Cruise all together, or Guardians, like take an entire lift of people that we know together. I don't know about like it'd be fun to do maybe the Incredicoaster, but it's not as shared of an experience on the Incredicoaster since you're so separated out.
By the way,
But yeah.
so it says here that each canoe holds 20 guests. We could get 20
we
weekly
could do
tiers.
20.
We could get 20 weekly
We're just
tiers.
gonna have to make sure that we just talk about it and like way ahead of time so
Yeah.
everyone can get their park reservations for the day, mark it on their calendar, meet us at the canoes at this day, this time.
Megan, that sounds like a really great trip to be able to go on your own for 3 days. A lot of people go by themselves, and actually they say it's a really great experience.
Yeah.
Because, again, you can kind of do what you want. You can obviously get into the single rider line super
Yeah.
easy. And the times I've done single rider, you end up, like, I haven't ever sat next to anybody that I was, like, uncomfortable with or anything.
I think if I did like a solo trip, I think my solo trip would be I would do some attractions, but I think I'd probably be just like sitting there and looking at trying to do and look at stuff that we usually just right when you get caught up in the Disney winds, you just kind of go past and
Like what?
pay more attention to details. Kate with her games is making it very, very obvious to me that I don't pay very close attention to things, and I think I'd take in a lot of details around the resort, but like different artworks on different walls, and like she had something that was in the Mark Twain. I got it right by accident. It was a total guess. But I'm like, I like when I first see some of the little details that she posts in our Discord for like trivia games that we play in there. There's so many times that I'm like, I don't think I've ever seen that before. Have I seen that before? Are you sure that's in the park? So I think I would really enjoy just going through, like spending a lot of time in Toontown and like really looking through all the little puns and all the stuff in Toontown, because usually, again, we're just like beelining to either Cafe Daisy or to Mickey and Minnie's Runaway Railway. So I just think that stuff like that would be fun.
I'm just trying to figure out. Yeah, I mean, I guess. I was trying to figure out like why couldn't we do that while we're at the thing, but I think
we just get tunnel visioned.
Yeah.
Well,
I think the thing is like it's kind of like anything, right? So like I kind of like I'll judge Eric sometimes about like because he's just attractions, and I am too. I would say I'm probably more attractions than you are.
Yeah.
Because you like attractions, but like you like other stuff about the park too, where like. If I had to prioritize stuff, like attractions are like if you had to do it in a pie chart of like how much, like what percentage or whatever, I think I have a pretty high percentage of wanting to do attractions, but also
your
like
entertainment section is expanding.
Big. Yeah, I do like entertainment too, but they've cut a lot of entertainment. Yeah. But like, you know what I'm really missing? I'm not going to miss it while we're there because we have Paint the Night. But Magic Happens I really missed when we were there in February.
It's such a good parade.
It is such a good parade. Like, I told James when we were watching the Paint the Night video, I said, see, they can bring this back a billion times like they brought back the electrical parade, and I'd be fine.
Maybe they will.
But then that brings up the question, where do you think the electrical parade is going to show up? Because they just redid that whole last float.
Yeah. Well, I am just, like, baffled that Paint the Night had just been tucked away in a warehouse in California for years. 2018 was the last time that it was in the parks, and it just
what they should do to make everybody happy. What they should do, and I think people would like this, is they should put Paint the Night after the 70th. They should put Paint the Night in DCA.
Both. You can have both,
and they should bring Electrical Parade back because I think they could do Magic Happens during the day, Electrical Parade at night, the Pixar parade or whatever during the day at DCA, and Paint the Night at DCA at night. Like, they could do that. Mm-hmm. You know the words to the song, What Magic Happens? I know the words to Paint the Night. I was all excited. That's a good song, too.
It is a good song. Thank you, Wreck-It Ralph, for bringing that song into our lives.
And I had forgotten that Wondrous Journeys had, like, Baymax, like, flying back and forth. I was like, oh, I forgot.
Yeah.
That's a good song, too. Immortals?
Oh, yeah. I was just singing along the When Can We Do This? The Paint the Night song.
But you were just singing a second ago Immortals, weren't you? Oh, because it sounded like Immortals, like from Wondrous Journeys. I am excited for this for this World of Color, though. I don't know if it'll beat World of Color 1 because that's the only one that like I felt like I could watch multiple times.
I'm curious about the voting ahead of time with the emotions.
How that's gonna work out.
Yeah, I think that's.
I'm excited to see the Muppets. They need more Muppets. More Muppets.
Especially okay. So Walt Disney World, they had like the Muppets little corner.
People
of
are
town.
very upset that that's going away.
I am excited that they're redoing Rock and Roller Coaster to the Muppets. I think that'll be pretty fun. I'm curious if they're going to add stuff within the attraction or if it's just going to be like the queue that's themed. I don't know. I'm curious about that.
It is fun to see refresh, though.
Yeah, it is fun to see Muppets coming into the park as like an attraction, and not just like a show like Muppet. But Muppet 3D was so good.
Who was it? Was it one of our streams? Somebody was talking about that they need to take Muppet Vision 3D and put it on Disney Plus.
Oh.
Because it's like once it leaves Disney World, it's like gone. Like there's nowhere else that's playing it. So they could put it on Disney Plus.
Same thing. They could do that with. Why am I blanking?
Filler Magic?
No, Michael Jackson.
Oh, Captain EO.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you know what I did was I put on my Vision Pro the other day because somebody was mentioning that the walkthrough ride or the ride through of Rise of the Resistance that's on Disney Plus. By the way, there's also a walkthrough of Galaxy's Edge on Disney Plus.
What?
Have you not seen
Pause.
this?
I have not. No.
I know something you don't know about this. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so on Disney Plus,
Okay.
for the 70th, they put 2 interactive videos on Disney Plus. One of them is the Rise of the Resistance attraction, and one of them is a walkthrough of Star Wars Galaxy's Edge. So here they are. Boom. But if you look, they've got this logo that is Disney Parks POV. So I was like, interesting. And I was thinking, maybe if I had the Vision Pro on, like, did they do this in a 360 where, like, I would feel like
cool.
I've been asking for? Spoiler alert, they didn't. However, one of the cool things is this walkthrough of Galaxy's Edge. I was like, okay, well, this isn't going to be that exciting, right? Because you play it, and literally it's just like somebody walking through Galaxy's Edge. And I was like, okay, that's not that. I did play it on the Vision Pro because I was curious about it.
Mm-hmm.
And it didn't seem that exciting because, like, okay. So because I have OBS playing, it's not going to play it on the screen.
Sure.
But anyway, it's just a little walkthrough. You can see in the little clip here. So, but one of the neat things is like when you got to the Falcon, Chewie and Rey were there, and they kind of like have a moment. And then when you get over towards Rise of the Resistance, they have some. Well, towards the end here, they have Mandalorian and Grogu. Then you pass some stormtroopers that kind of like talk to you for a minute. And then you get to Rise, and then they come back. And then when you come back, you get over by the TIE Echelon, and then Kylo Ren and some stormtroopers are there.
That's fun.
Who like have a moment
That
with you.
You know what? Okay, so back to the Muppets.
Sorry.
They did like it's known that they did do filming with the Muppets. Like they were cataloging and they were filming and they were doing like stuff to preserve the experience. Maybe
it's coming onto here.
Yeah, maybe it's part of this new Disney POV thing.
Yeah, because this POV is cool. Because like one of the nice things about it is, like when you're on the cargo ship, like they will cut to like different, like here's the background, and then
so you can like experience all the different angles.
The other thing that's really nice is when you're going through this room, you actually, of course, takes you up the best one, which is the one that faces the thing. Yeah, because the last couple times I've ridden, I've been on the other side.
Yeah, the side, yeah.
But I was like, this is really cool. And of course, they did it when everything was working. And so, like, I'm like, I wish.
That's fun.
So this came out on May the 4th for Disneyland 70th. Anyway.
Did not know about that. Did not know.
Vern might like this. I mean, he's
Gale Paint the Night's my favorite parade. Ooh, next to Frightfully Fun. That is a really good parade.
Frightfully Fun is great. I like the shovels.
Okay. Let's talk. Let's fast forward to Halloween. Have
geez.
you all seen Jack Skellington's new look that they teased?
Where was that
for
at?
sure? Well, it was to the Mickey's Not So Scary tickets went on sale, and so it was kind of like in
where
line
did you see it?
with all over the place. Just look up Jack Skellington Disney World.
That's the old one. Oh, that's something weird.
That's a sipper.
I'm sure it'll be on this page probably.
Right there.
Okay, so let me switch to the browser.
Jill, we do not have that trip locked down for Oogie Boogie Bash, but we're hoping to be able to take the producers out so they can experience Oogie Boogie.
This looks so much better than his old, like...
Yeah. So this was, again, the teaser for Walt Disney World's Halloween party.
Bless you.
But I feel like they've got to update Disneyland's too, right?
I would hope so.
It's kind of one of those things that I wasn't like upset about how they were portraying Jack Skellington in the parks until I saw that they could do like the more rounded. Because I get it. Like, he's a face character. He's really interactive. If you've ever gone and done a
For
character
those who
meet
don't
and
know, here's what his old thing looked like.
Yeah, and I get it because, right, he's got to be able to talk and interact with you. So I don't know if new Jack is not going to be able to interact as much with guests.
It looked like that, though, because, like...
Yeah, it looks like it could.
Moving.
But I thought it was kind of a fun little thing.
Because his mouth opens.
Yep.
That's really cool.
It's fun. It's super fun.
That's neat.
Sorry, we fast forwarded past the 70th and went right into
Well, not
Halloween.
past. It's still going to be the middle.
That's true.
Do you think they're going to do all the Christmas decorations, or are they going to leave the 70th stuff up? Or are they going to put the Christmas decorations and leave the 70th up?
Oh, that's a good question.
Yeah.
Well, think of the castle.
That's what I'm talking about,
Yeah,
mostly.
you could probably leave the 70th up since it is just the bunting and
Yeah.
the little, like, banner.
Here's
a
me
good
being
question.
super nitpicky about the 70th decorations. So I was looking at, I was the other day when I was updating stuff, I was looking for a picture, and they had concept art of the castle.
Yeah.
And on the top of the banners, they had like the Tinkerbell. That never ended up in the actual
And
park.
there was like a Tinkerbell, and then there was also like as you were approaching the castle, it had like trumpets or something. There was extra little flourishes that were supposed to be on the like banners that were on the posts.
Oh.
And yeah, they did not. Maybe later they're coming. Maybe for the actual 70th, the fanfare will appear. I don't know, but they're not there right now.
Interesting. Nah, of course I
Good
would.
question, Deanne. August. Okay, so Halloween season starts early this year. So that, yeah, you're right. Haunted Mansion's going to be closing early, beginning of August at least,
Yeah.
if not earlier.
That's going to be something.
It's crazy.
I don't have the concept art here. I thought they'd have the concept art.
Dang it! Now you're like showing off the like. You're in this little thing, and we're seeing the food.
You saw
I'm
the picture I
still
posted on
super
Discord, right, of this?
Yes. I'm still super curious about the World of Color dining package.
What do you like? The dessert?
All of it, like just to be able to watch World of Color seated, sipping on some beverages, munching on some treats.
This just looks so cool.
It does look very cool. Megan. Ooh, next month will be your first time to see Haunted Mansion that's like
Without the overlay. Nice.
not holiday version.
I mean,
So that means you're going to get to see like, oh no, the Hatbox Ghost is still there. I was thinking like, don't they take
Bride.
out, but the bride, the bride is not there for the original. I'm trying to think what other like big things. That's probably the biggest one is no bride. Well, oh, the hitchhiking ghost. Hello. Because it's always Oogie Boogie. So yeah. We do not have anything booked for the dessert package for World of Color as of yet, Jill. Nothing booked. Nothing solidly planned. But you never know. We might do the tour on a whim. We might do a dining dessert package on a whim.
oh, you're right. The trumpets. Okay.
Yeah. Who knows? There's also like a 70th. Look. Did we get those? The 70th medallions? I don't think we got those either.
I don't think so either. Well, here, I can look at what the castle looks like that's official from Disney.
Sorry, we're trying to... Nope. No medallions. I can see no medallions.
Yeah. They did some really nice shots with the horticulture stuff, though. Yeah. And no
April,
swirls.
do the dessert package.
So why are you about the dessert? Because
I don't know.
really
I've just
overpriced,
been-
isn't it?
I've just been curious about it because it's one of those like unique experience things. I've not been curious about the Tomorrowland Terrace package because I think that's a terrible, like, I just can't see how that's a good view of the fireworks and projections and such. Maybe it'd be cool just to be like higher,
For what?
like do the Tomorrowland Terrace dining package.
Oh,
Like maybe
not interested in
it'd
that
be
at
cool
all.
because it's higher, but I just feel like it'd not be a good view. But what intrigues me about the World of Color one is it looks like such a relaxed way to experience World of Color. You're not standing like shoulder to shoulder with a bunch of people.
dining package or dessert party?
Dessert party, sorry. Because we've done the dining package.
$94.
Yeah, we've done the dining package, but you're still like, you get like reserved sections, which is great, but you're still like standing, and everyone's on the same level. Whereas you have like elevated seating for it. That's what I was saying. Maybe we could use our like bonus dollars from our rewards credit card and do something like that, where we wouldn't normally do it, but we'd use our rewards
I
to do
think
it.
part of it for me, and I'll just be honest with you, part of it for me is like I just am not a big World of Color fan.
Sure.
So I don't want to pay $90
Yeah.
to watch a show that I'm just kind of meh about.
Nope. I get that. I for sure get that.
Like I look at the food and I'm like, okay, like I want to eat all the food, but
There's a special pin with it now too for the 70th anniversary. There's a special World of Color pin, and in true Disney fashion, there's multiple variants of the pin.
of course.
So yeah, Megan just needs a seat at Trader Sam's, and your trip will be perfect. I feel like you should be able
Megan's
to get that,
doing
Megan.
everything.
You've got it's just you, so I feel like they've got to have room for one more for sure. Yeah, see, Kristen, that's why I just feel like there's trees and there's probably buildings in the way for the Tomorrowland Terrace thing. April said having a seat was amazing. But yeah.
If I'm going to do see, for me, between the two, I would do the dining package instead of the dessert package.
No, you wouldn't. You had a miserable time when we did the dining package.
Did I?
That was when you ate too much of the buffet and you were miserable.
Yeah, but I know not to eat too much of the buffet and be miserable now. You know, if you want to spend extra money on something, I think we should try to book like the chef's table at what's it called? That would be worth spending money on. Because then they don't
I just
take
don't-
into account all your dietary stuff too?
Could
Like you
be.
can get something really
I
great.
just don't know if I'm a fancy food person is my problem with the chef's table at Napa Rose. And Napa Rose, I think, is closed right now.
Dinner first, dinner second.
But anyways.
Because I didn't even see how much this was.
Deanne, not the chef's table.
Not chef's table.
We've got Deanne saying no, not the chef table. Olivia, yes, the chef table. We're very split on our thoughts about the... Oh, this is at the Magic Key Terrace?
Yeah, but I don't know what I'm clicking on.
I don't know what you're clicking on.
$37. See, way cheaper.
Yeah. That it is. Let's see. Where okay.
Storytellers for $69. Wine Country Tutorial for $69. Magic Key Terrace for $69.
Why does it say it's starting at $34?
Um,
There's not even a kid's price for $34.
That's a good question.
Deanne, I'm not a foodie, but I'm a dessertie.
See, Olivia's been talking up the chef's table.
We did the dessert
I got
package
an
previously.
idea. I got an idea.
If you don't have an extensive palate, then you're wasting a lot of the desserts.
Okay, I've got an idea.
Okay.
You and Deanne go do the dessert party. Olivia and I will go do the chef's table.
Well, Olivia's not going to be there, so that's part of your problem.
I'm saying at some point. It doesn't have to be this trip. I'm saying at some point.
Too funny.
Just saying.
I love food too, but I just don't know. Like, fancy food, I feel is kind of hit or miss for me. If I enjoy it or if I don't enjoy it. Does that make sense?
I just enjoy food.
Well, yeah, I do too, but there's also like things that are supposed to be like, expensive and fancy, but they just don't do it for me. So I'm like, I don't know. Like things like caviar or escargot that just does not do it for
escargot's
me.
amazing.
It just it doesn't do it for me.
So when you go on a cruise, what do you eat in the dining room? That's all like fancier food.
I don't get the escargot.
No, but what do you get? Like that's all kind of fancier.
Yeah, it depends on which restaurant we're at. I like the fried brie. I don't know. I'm trying to think of like what different.
Well, you get steak
Disney
and stuff.
is. Yeah, for sure. But like I like bone marrow. I'm not sure about. I'm worried about truffle stuff because of my
Mushroom.
food allergies.
But that's what I'm saying is I feel like at the whatever you tell them like what your allergies are and they're like, sweet, we'll make you something amazing that doesn't have that.
Sure. Olivia, it's not that level, so I don't have to worry about like escargot and caviar because that's just not.
I wonder what like
That's
do
just
they have
not me.
Like did somebody make a post about it or something?
Oh, that's a good point, Olivia.
What?
She said they're very good with allergies, and like for her, she doesn't eat meat, so it was really nice to be able to eat everything without being concerned about what was going on there.
Okay, so here's what they got. Does not like mushrooms.
Forgot to mention no duck. Yeah, but what is that? That doesn't look good to me.
I don't know what this is. This is
Caviar.
caviar.
I told you.
But if you say you don't like
no
caviar.
caviar.
Oh look, my guest got a different version with tomatoes and cucumber. Not as amazing. Okay.
I don't think
A
I'd
grilled
want...
Spanish octopus.
I don't think I want
See, I would
octopus.
totally eat that. Morel mushrooms and
definitely don't
ravioli. You'd probably get the ravioli or whatever. Oh, duck breast.
Yeah, I don't think I'd go there. I don't like duck's not a thing for me
Filet
either.
and pork chop.
I would go with the filet.
Cheese puff or strawberry sorbet.
What? Oh, and
Yeah.
that's interesting.
Strawberry with almond cake and vegan chocolate cheesecake.
Anyways,
I'm just saying. Okay, so what I'm
But yeah.
hearing from you is if I
You
want to
could
do the
do
chef's
it.
table, I need to do it with James because we like.
you think
foodie
James
stuff.
would do that?
Yeah, he loves it. I mean, he'll be iffy about spending that money, which actually maybe is not true because I was watching some food YouTube, and I said I really want to go to the sushi place that I saw that's like in Japan, and I said, but I just want to let you know this is like a $300 experience per person, and he's like, yeah, we could do it. It'll probably be the best sushi of your life, and you'll never want to eat regular sushi again. And I, well, what about you? He's like, I'd eat it, and I'm like, wow.
I mean, if it's like the best sushi in the world, I feel like you'd have to try it, even though he's not
yeah,
a
Chill.
person.
cracking me up.
I'm not super picky. There's some stuff I have no intention of eating.
Yeah,
A dessert package wouldn't work for you, Megan. So then Megan's team chef's table then.
there you go.
Olivia, I promise we didn't eat anything weird.
Olivia, you just need to send all your photo. Well, you like mushrooms though, so that probably is not going to help Teresa because
Yeah,
probably
that's
has a bunch
okay.
of mushrooms. But Japan stuff sounds good. Chef's
There you
table
go.
all the way.
Megan's team chef table, not team dessert party.
Mm,
I don't know. I think the other thing that's getting me to is like the little charcuterie board that they have. It's a little charcuterie board plus dessert.
No, all the
If
food.
it was all desserts, I couldn't do it.
no, if it's
Could
not,
not do it.
the food is not what's bothering me about it. What's
Just
bothering me
price.
is that it's $90-something,
Yeah.
and I don't really care about the show.
Maybe that's why they upped the price because it was a little bit cheaper before. Maybe it's that pin. They had to.
A pin
they
that
had to-
probably cost them like $3 to make.
Yeah, I don't. Well, it's a fig pin, so they contracted or whatever. So
Sure.
it's a different, not a Disney pin, but
Mm.
yeah, they're fig pins. But yeah.
You could just go on like eBay and probably buy the pin for cheaper than the dessert.
Oh,
package.
I don't. I would not do the dessert package for the pin if that makes
Mm.
sense. It's a neat pin, but it's not one that I'm like. It was Jill. It was 84. Now it's up to 94. We're gonna say it's a pin.
I don't know. I don't want to. I don't want to. Here's the thing. I don't want to dissuade you from doing the dessert party. I just don't think it's worth the money.
No, I don't think it's worth it either.
Oh.
I think that's why if we did it, it would be like use the credit card point, so it's not really.
Yeah, but we could use that career report for something we actually
But
want
yeah,
to do.
But I want to do it. But I don't want to like I want to have the experience, but I don't want to like feel the pain of pain.
Through
for it.
concierge, you guys don't get like discounts on any of that shit.
We don't.
Excuse me. Did not mean
We
to let that drop.
No.
Hmm.
We just help make your vacations magical.
Compromise and do both.
Compromise
Olivia's
and
like,
do
just do
both.
all the things.
Eventually, we will do all the things.
Well, I'm sad too
We
because
just need to get better at planning them out so that we don't do like the chef's table and the dessert package the same trip and spend way too much money.
Yeah.
Jill at Concierge is going fantastically. I have been super fortunate and have helped a couple well, I don't know. I've lost count. All the people that I've been helping right now are all weekly tiers, which is super, super fun. So thank you for asking. And it's just really fun to connect with people and be able to like help them plan and be like nerdy excited about things like cruises or Walt Disney World or, Disneyland, all that kind of stuff. So yeah. It's been super fun. Thanks for asking. But yes, Megan, YOLO. We got to do all the fun Disney stuff while we can. But we just got to get better help. We do have a fun, super cool thing potentially planned for this next one that we will talk about if it happens, when it happens, and let everyone know about it. But I just broke the pen.
She's so excited about this.
Scared myself.
Ooh, that looks
but
so good.
I need to. We're also super excited because we have a lot of fun D23 stuff planned for this trip. So we have not only the studio tour planned for this trip that we're going to be doing, which will be the first official studio tour that we get to experience, which includes going and seeing Walt's office, which is absolutely amazing. And then the other thing that we have that's a D23 event that just so happens to be happening while we're there is a special thing for it's celebrating the archives. So it's 55 years of the archives. There's not really much details on what's going on, but they talk about how they're going to have Disney legends are going to be at this. There's going to be stuff from the archives. Of course, Becky Klein and other archivists are going to be there, and they're going to kind of talk about the process and, 55 years of it. And yeah, it'll be super, super cool. Plus it's in Glendale. It's in the that building. That was the airport, yeah, like the air terminal building. So we get to, it's pretty incredible because we're going to be we're going to be doing 2 studio themed things like back-to-back days. So we get to go like park on the Disney Studios like parking lot and like be on the property 2 days in a row.
I think the other one's just at that. I mean, that's part of their campus,
yeah. But still. Get to be right across the street from Imagineering. Or right in the backyard of Imagineering.
We've been on the Imagineering campus before.
I know, but still,
do you think we'll get
exciting.
to go to the store again?
Who knows? See,
this is why I'm glad we have a suitcase this time. Because
we're already pre-planning. Tag is bringing an extra empty suitcase for all of the things that... Well, first of all, the key.
Just all the things.
The key is the big thing that...
Are you buying a key?
I don't know. I just don't know.
I'm definitely buying a key.
I know you are. I know. I don't know. Let's see. We're going to be the studio tour is going to be fun.
Because we've been to the studio before, but not a tour. The key will be there for the whole celebration. Hopefully the hype will have died down. I heard on the internet that they were saying that things were sold out, but they actually have like they've batches of things that they're putting out every day. They're just not. I think the cast members are not allowed to get into like the next day because they're trying to keep it for people.
I think, and they do that with the popcorn buckets and such too, where they'll like sell out for the day, but not like totally, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there'll be plenty. And the big thing too, Megan, is a lot of people are kind of like just going to like the Emporium and like the shops on Main Street to grab this stuff, but they have 70th merch, including the keys, all over the parks, all over the resort. Like you can go to the shop in Toontown has stuff.
Yeah.
Pooh's Corner has stuff. Like so
there's lots of places.
I think people just assume that everything's only at like World of Disney and Emporium, but it's kind of scattered all over. So they did plan for it. So
yeah.
That's good. I just was laughing so hard because I was watching this YouTuber, this Instagrammer, and he was in Toontown. He was like the only person it looked like in Toontown, and was like, I just walked past Chaos on Main Street for everyone getting this key, and he walks in that shop. He's the only person in the shop, and there's a full rack of keys, and so he's kind of like
back in the place that's next to the
the exit. I don't remember what it's called.
It used to be called like the Engineers store, but is that still what it's called?
I think that's what it's called. You're
okay.
Right. So he was like saying on there, if anybody's standing in line and just happens to see this, come to Toontown to get your key. There's nobody back here, and there's plenty. So I think it'll be fine. And I'm hoping too that the newness kind of isn't as crazy.
Well, I'm banking that we will be able to get it on, if we can get it on the 16th. I'm banking that we'll get it that day because I think a lot of people will come for the 17th.
You want to do the key for that? You don't want to do the key next
week? Yeah, I guess that's right. See, I keep getting all my stuff funky. What I'm saying is if they don't have it this trip, they'll probably have it on the 16th because I think a lot of people will be coming and getting it on the 17th.
Sure.
So, but I think we'll be able to get it this time, I'm sure.
Yeah, I think so too. And I'm hoping, again, because like this weekend, the stations for all of these new magical experiences were kind of like crazy and had magic tape cues and all that fun stuff. So I think that's probably
I need to go watch some videos.
Die down a little bit.
Maybe I'll do that later tonight. That sounds like fun.
There you go. All sorts of fun.
We're really excited to see people we're going to see there too. I know Jill and Deanne are coming down for part of something.
Kavehi,
that's going to be
super
awesome.
exciting.
Kate's going to see me because she already bought 2 pieces of merchandise for me. Well, 1/70th, to be clear. It's the
April's
sticker
trying to get
pack.
a Key Wednesday.
And the other one is was Kronk, shoulder Kronks. One was the devil, one was the angel.
Did you back to the key? Something that they're doing, which is really exciting for you getting the key, right? You get the mystery pin in there.
Yeah.
If you hang on to your receipt,
Okay.
and obviously you're going to hang on to your key. If you do not get the pin that you want in Tomorrowland, they have a trading board just for
Oh, that's
just for
cool.
the key pins.
That's smart.
So if you don't have what you want, you can see if someone else has, traded out
Yeah.
and get one that you want.
That's cool.
Isn't that fun?
I also heard, I don't know the details, you might know the details, but somebody said that there's a way that you can get it to open too.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it like a sanctioned way, or did somebody like trick it?
I think it's a sanctioned way.
Okay.
Because I saw the footage of a person doing it. I will tell you who it was that
Okay.
I saw doing it. And did a video about it, which I thought was a little strange. But then when I was watching other stuff at the Tomorrowland pin trading.
Oh, they were showing how to do it.
Yeah, one of the cast members was doing that because I'm sure there's people that are purchasing the keys, like pin collectors. I'm sure just purchasing the keys for the pins. So I don't know if that was intentional. It must have been
I
intentional.
wish
that they put that
Disney
little
would do the
weird
key
hack.
thing, but then also have like the set of pins you could buy.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I feel
The
like
pins
you
are
would like to
really
buy the set
cool.
of pins,
Yeah,
and
I
I
want
could
the
buy
pins, but I don't need the plastic thing.
I want the key.
They need a key recycle program. We have decided that the key recycle program is right. Pixie dust, a young child, because I'm sure a little one is way more excited about the key,
Yeah.
the interactive fun key than they are mainly the pin. Right.
'Cause we
The adults are excited about the pin.
Yeah. I told that to Teresa. I'm like, if you don't want to take the key home, you just find some kid in a stroller and ask the parents, like, can they have this?
Yeah.
And then just give it to them.
Yeah. I am curious.
You'd probably make that
I
kid's
am
day.
bringing extra pins for they're not selling the pins so you buy the expensive key. But yeah, I am curious to see if a kid really wants to do that, if then you might find some of the teal, blue, what color are they? Kind of a light blue D pins on some of the pin boards because again, if you got it for your kid and your kid doesn't care and they're more excited about a different pin, I could see those getting traded.
Oh,
so
he's gonna put
you never
another pin
know.
inside. So can you if you get it open, can you close it back up and
Yeah.
then it'll go through and reopen? Like, can it be reset back
I would
to nothing?
assume so.
Oh, interesting.
There's it's just an on-off switch. I don't know. But at the very least, they could go through, collect all the stuff, and go to that final one because the final one's what pops the little door open.
I must be a child because everybody wants the pins, and I'm like, I want the key.
Kristen, I think so. I don't know that for sure, but I think so. And I'm saying I think so because they had keys at this media preview event and they kept I saw this multiple videos of the same woman giving the same spiel multiple times, showing how the key works, which included putting it in the final lock and the little pin compartment popping open at the end. So if
Donna
you can't
says it's just
collect,
like the bubble outside. So
if you can't collect, maybe you can't go back and reset it fully to recollect all of the things, but you can at least reset it
Thank
so
you,
that
April.
the little pin compartment pops open again.
Gotcha. Thank you, April. See, I feel like the key is so cool. One of my favorite things about Disneyland is I love the D.
Yeah.
And so it's part of that. I thought it was cool. And a lot of people were excited because people that played Kingdom Hearts say it's like a
sure.
Keyblade for Disneyland, which
That's
is really
true.
cool.
That's very true. Yes, Olivia, I'm with you. I am so excited about the souvenir tickets that you get printed. I'm trying to figure out what to do and how
Do you
to
only
display
get one
them.
per Magic Band?
I don't
Or
know.
per account?
Well, good thing you have a bazillion magic bands. You could
No,
get
but I
them.
mean linked to an account because didn't you say that if you're a Magic Key holder you get different ones than
Yeah, they print something different on the back of the
Yeah.
key. I don't know. I guess I've never seen or heard if people are trying to get multiples of those. That's a good question. I'm hoping that they still have plenty of the tickets
So Jill,
when we get there.
what it is, and Deanne, what it is there's touch points throughout Disneyland that you use your magic key on, or you use your magic band on, and what it'll do is it'll ring and then it like spits a ticket out, kind of like if you've ever done like in New Orleans Square, you used to be able to put in coins or whatever, and you get like a little like a palm reading kind of thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, but this is just for the 70th.
These look like tickets to opening day attractions. So there's one at the Main Street Cinema. There's one over by the Jungle Cruise. There's a kind of like a little hub of them over in Frontierland, across from like the shooting gallery. But yeah, you get these little souvenir tickets.
I'm going to pull up a video here because Five Fires has a video specifically about this. I just want to show like one time how this works. Okay.
Those are the little nope. Those are magic windows.
Okay, hold on.
Or like they just do magic things. Those are just interactive.
Is he going to do it?
Oh, he's overdoing the 70th stuff.
Okay, nope.
Was there some in the beginning?
No, he was in the Esplanade jibber jabbering.
Either way, Jill, because you
go.
can buy one from the Disney store. Maybe you'll get one on sale if you buy it like from Shop Disney, or if you have you guys have a like a discount Disney store, like a, what do you call those?
The outlet store.
Yeah, outlet. You guys have an outlet store. Check the outlet store. See if you can get one from the outlet store. It needs to be the Magic Band Plus. That would be the cheapest way to get one. Maybe they've got some on sale on like Shop Disney or DisneyStore.com, whatever it's called now. They definitely won't probably have them discounted at the parks. So if you could, I would probably check the outlet first, since you've got an outlet right there.
So here's
you lucky dog.
Here's a video of one on Main Street. So you go up, you use your magic band, it rings, and then it spits a little ticket out, and you get a 70th ticket. So this is for the Main Street Cinema.
And then there's your little like cinema ticket.
And then
Isn't
here's
cute?
another one. This is in Jungle Cruise. So you do the same
Isn't
thing.
that cute? How it looks like a locker.
And it spits it out. And what does this one look like?
Cute.
So this one looks like a ticket for the Jungle Cruise, like a Mekong Maiden. That's neat that it spits out the vent for the thing.
Yeah, there's a little hub of them.
I like this. I didn't know that much about them. I haven't been on social media because I don't have Instagram or anything anymore, so like I haven't looked at any of this stuff really. This is kind of dark. They're waiting for it to spit out. Nope, it fell on the floor. What does this one look like?
There's one for the Golden Horseshoe. There's one for the Mark Twain, and there's one for the train.
That's cool.
The train one is very, very cool.
That's really neat.
So yeah, they're very fun. I quite like them.
These are neat. Yeah. I'm gonna close this.
Again, such a cool thing that they didn't have to do, but they did, and it kind of like takes me back. I know it's not the same, but it reminds me of like the excitement of paper fast passes.
Well,
right?
That's what Olivia just said.
Hey, great minds, Olivia.
Yeah, Megan, I'm gonna watch Fresh Bake's video probably tonight because I watched his earlier one, but I didn't watch the later one where he like the day of or whatever. I also did Ordinary Adventures do one.
They were there.
Okay, good. Because
I don't know if they have posted it yet, but
I will say that in my personal opinion, I think if you want to like concisely see everything about something, Ordinary Adventures does the best job. Because I feel like they do a really good job of like, here's the food, we're going to quickly get through it. Like some people will spend a lot of... So I love David, and I love him talking about construction. It's my favorite. But when he talks about food, like he did one that was a food thing, he kind of like talked forever about the food. I'm like, can you just get to the next food? Like, I just want to get through the food things. But like he talked about this one thing for like ever.
Sure.
So I kind of just wanted to move on.
I'm sure we do the same
thing.
Oh,
we do it much worse. But we're not like YouTubers is the other thing.
Sure.
Share your food reviews in the Discord. Oh,
Don't worry, Olivia. We will be sharing all sorts of... I probably should like dump out some photos from my phone to make sure I have ample storage for all of the photos and videos and
something
good times.
All right. Well, it is 8:34 here, which means it's 6:34 there. So
Disneyland.
We're going to end the stream now, but thank you guys. It was a great conversation for everybody. So thank you for that.
Lots of excitement for the 70th. I love it.
Yeah.
Including the dessert party.
Oh, geez.
All right,
bye, guys.
Thanks, everyone. Have a good night.
Bye.